Welcome to Auntie's Art Club. Today we are going to be doing a watercolor activity called Take Your Sharpie for a Walk. This is one of my favorite painting techniques, and it is actually something I do often as mindful art. For this, you will need watercolor paper, a Sharpie, masking tape, a jar or a cup of water, paints, paint brushes, a curious mind, relaxing music, and a paper towel or old rag. Once you've got your supplies, let's get started by taping our paper. Remember, if your tape is too sticky, you can stick it on your clothes first and peel it off to get some lint on it, and then it won't rip your paper when you take it off at the end of your art. Take some time to get your masking tape straight here. This is setting the scene for your picture. Now we're going to pretend that our Sharpie is a dog. So if you have ever walked a dog before, you know their little noses like to pull them everywhere. So it's going in all directions, looping over itself, and I just kind of make random shapes. I don't really pay attention. I just pretend that my Sharpie is a dog and I'm taking it for a walk. Once I've made my first lines, I go over some of them to make them a little darker. Maybe there's extra interest there. And once I'm done, I check that I like all my lines. This is something I take my time with and I don't rush. Just relax and doodle. And you see how we've made all those little shapes there. There's a bunch of little shapes. So you can take your time going over it, making your little shapes. Some parts of your lines might be thicker, some might be thinner. Once you've done all your Sharpie, we are going to get our paints and paint inside each shape. For this one, I challenge you not to have the same color next to itself. It's harder than it seems sometimes, depending on the path that your dog took on its walk. But this is the one I did for the one I did for this video. I actually found it kind of challenging to not have the colors touching and close to each other, but I just took my time filling it in, mixing my colors, almost like a watercolor coloring book. When you're doing this, just stay relaxed, stay mindful. It's just for fun. Putting on the relaxing music can help you focus and enjoy painting. And I went over, sometimes I added a little bit of extra color in certain places. Just play with your color. And you can see how there's a picture. It's not really anything specific, but I'm going to remove my tape once I'm done. And then I invite you to look with your artist eyes. Take your picture and twirl it around. See what shapes you can see in it. I like it when it's this way. It kind of looks like a person with kind of the round arms, but when you turn it the other way, it kind of looks like an eye. And this was just me letting my Sharpie loop around on the page. So give yourself permission to take your time with this one. And then after you're done, use your imagination to really see what you can see. This one I saw a seal and all sorts of different things. Or maybe you get an idea in your head when you look at it. But spend some time when you're done really looking at your picture. And I'd love to hear what you see in your picture. And I would love to see the picture that you create. So feel free to send me a high quality photo and I will add it to the gallery. Now for my favorite part. You guessed it. It's cleanup time. Make sure you rinse your brushes well and put them somewhere safe to dry. It's good if you can lay them flat or stand them up in a cup, but don't put the bristles down. Let your paint palette dry before you put it back in your bag. Let the paper dry completely before you take the tape off. Wipe your workplace down. Drain and put away your jar or cup of water and put all your items back in your bag when they are clean and dry. Thank you so much for creating with me today. There's another version of this. I called it Take Your Sharpie for a Walk Level 2 if you want to check that out. It's got slightly more steps, but it's the same idea. Anyway, thank you for creating with me. Remember to send me anything you'd like to share, and have a beautiful day.